Okay, it is Friday. And what does that mean? It means we get to talk about good news. If this is the first time you're seeing my page, I'm Holly O'Brien. Please say hello. I love to share good news. So, about 4 weeks ago, I decided when I felt like ish hit the fan and there was so much negativity on social media, I decided that I was going to start a show called The Good News Show and only share good news. So, for the past several weeks, many of you guys have been sending me amazing stories about good news going on around the world. So, I had someone send me a message last week and sent me the most beautiful story. I sobbed like a baby. So, I'm going to try to get through it today without sobbing. So, go ahead and relax, grab a cup of tea, sit down, and let's talk about some good news. Because here's the deal: we have an opportunity to spread love and to spread light. And we can do that by just sharing good news. So if you're popping in, say hello. If you're joining live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, say replay. Am I live, Tara?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I'm live. I'm here with my friend Tara. You want to say hi? It's blurry. You may not be able to see her. Hi. We just had a photo shoot today, and she's doing some headshots. So we are about to go have fun today. And before that, I want to share some good news with you guys. So if you're tuning in, say hello. Okay, cool. I got some people tuning in. So today's message brought to you by Mr. Dave Anderson. Say thank you, Dave, for sending in some good news. This one's really, really good and may actually hit home for a lot of you guys. It definitely hit home for me because I've seen it. And I love that so many people are willing to help other people. Say help other people in the chat. If you are someone who likes to pay it forward, are you someone that loves to help other people? Do you look for opportunities to make a difference? If you do, I want you to share this show, because the reason is there are people out there saying there's no good people out there. And I beg to differ. There are a lot of good people out there. We just don't get to see it. We don't get to hear it. And people aren't sharing it. So you have an opportunity to start sharing, and sharing is caring, and help make a difference in someone's life. So Tara, are you ready?
Yeah.
She's going to cry too. And you guys may cry. So grab a tissue. Today is a story about lunch shaming. Didn't know what that was. So tune in and listen to what lunch shaming is. They call it lunch shaming. I call it cruelty. For 38 years, I watched it happen from my history classroom. Then one day, I decided to become a quiet criminal. Ooh, what does that mean? My name is Arthur Harrison. For nearly 4 decades, my world has been cinder, wall blocks, and the smell of old books, and the drone of 2:15, the drone at 2:15 p.m. bell. I teach American history. I've lectured on the Great Depression, on breadlines in poverty, trying to make the black and white photos feel real to the kids who live in a world of vibrant color and constant noise. But the most brutal history lesson wasn't in my textbook. It was in the cafeteria. It was a Tuesday when I saw it happen to Marcus, a quiet sophomore. Oh no, Tara, I'm gonna already start crying. It was a Tuesday when I saw it happen to Marcus, a quiet sophomore who sat in the back of my 3rd period class. He was a good kid, drew incredible sketches of the Civil War soldiers in his notebook margins. I saw him at the front of the lunch line. The cashier, a woman I had known for 20 years, said something to him. I saw his shoulder slump, and he headed out without a tray of hot food, but a cold cheese sandwich and a small milk carton, the alternative meal, the IOU badge of shame. See, I have a hard time getting through these. He walked past his friends, eyes glued to the floor, and he sat at an empty table at the far end of the cafeteria. He didn't eat. He just stared at the wall. In that moment, he wasn't a student. He was a statistic. His family bank account balance was on public display. Whew. I should have read this a couple times. Served between 2 slices of cheap bread. Something inside me, a part of my soul, worn thin by years of budget cuts and standardized tests, finally snapped. The next day, I walked into the main office before school. Linda, the cafeteria manager, was there sorting receipts. Art, She said, not looking up, "Don't tell me the coffee machine is broken again." "It's fine, Linda," I said, sliding a folded $50 bill across the counter. "I want to start a fund," anonymously, of course, "for the kids who come up short. When it happens, just take it from this: no more cheese sandwiches." She finally looked up, and her eyes were lingering on the money, then on my face. She didn't say a word. She just gave it a slow, deliberate nod and tucked the bill into her apron. I started doing this every week. A 50, sometimes 100. If my pension check had gone a little extra, I called it the Invisible Lunch Fund. Linda never mentioned it, but sometimes I'd see her give a real hot meal to a kid. Goodness gracious. I'd see her give a real hot meal to a kid that I knew was struggling, and she'd catch my eye from across the room with that same quiet nod. It was our little secret, our conspiracy of decency. It went on for a year. It was my quiet rebellion. Then one afternoon, this is the part that it gets good. Woo, are you guys crying yet? Put crying in the chat if you guys are crying. This is so good. Then one afternoon, Sarah, the sharpest student in my AP class, stayed after the bell. "Mr. Harrison," she said, twisting the strap of her backpack, "I have a question, but it's not about the homework." "Go ahead, Sarah. Go on." "I know about the lunch money," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "My mom works in the school office." Oh no, my spin. Snot's coming out of my nose. I'm crying. "My mom works in the school office. She sees Linda's accounting. There is a line item she just writes is as donation, and I know it's you." My heart hammered against my ribs. I was caught. I imagined the disciplinary meetings, being told I was breaking some sort of obscure district policy. But Sarah wasn't angry. Her eyes were shining. She said, "We want to help too." The next Monday, a group of students from my AP class set up a bake sale in the main hall. The sign, a hand-painted poster read, "Bake sale for Benedict Arnold's, because betraying your friends by letting them go hungry is treason." By lunchtime, they had a shoebox overflowing with crumpled bills and coins. They placed it on my desk without a word. Over $400. The administration, to their credit, looked the other way. I'm retiring this year, but the Invisible Lunch Fund is now just the fund, and it's run entirely by the students. They've made it in their own. For 38 years, I tried to teach kids about history, how history is shaping, how history isn't just shaping the noise. It's about the quiet moments, the unspoken acts of grace. It's written not in textbooks, but on a lunch receipt when one person decides that another human being will not be ashamed for being hungry. That's the America I want to believe in. That's the lesson that I finally learned. Thank you, Carol Goldstein, for sharing. So this is a real story, guys. I know a couple weeks ago I shared something that seemed like, oh, if it was real or not, I don't know, but it was a beautiful story. But this is a real story. Yes, this made me bawl when I first read it, and I got through it this time without completely bawling. But what made me cry even more are the comments and the stories of other people who've done the same. And just all these different stories here of people helping other people. This is what this show is about. This is about spreading good news. And you and I have an opportunity to do that on a daily basis. So I just want to encourage you, if you're watching this, I just want to encourage you, please share this with someone. You never know when someone needs this. I can't tell you how many messages I've received of people saying, I needed to hear this. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this today. I need to hear some good news. And I know there's people out there that feel the exact same way. So I would be honored if you would share this with someone else. And also, if you have an opportunity to do something good in someone else's life, you never know, it could actually change their entire future. So I'm excited to do this show every single Friday, and you get to be a part of it. So if you hear a good news story, you experience a good news story, you have a good news story that happens to you, please share it with me. My website is itshollyobrien.com. I have a section there that's called The Good News, or you're more than welcome to direct message me if you're on Facebook and just share some good news with me, and I will share your story, because we have an opportunity to spread hate or we have an opportunity to spread love. What would you like the world to be? I would like it to be more love, and you get to be a part of it. So thank you for tuning in to the Good News Show Friday. I will see you guys next week. Remember, share this with a friend, love somebody, and you can always find the good news. I'll see you next week. Bye. Do you want to say bye? Bye. I need a tissue.